Hello and welcome to Copa Radio. This is Nikita and broadcasting with me today. I have Dean. Hello, Dean.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Had a good weekend?
Good.
Okay. And before we get to the show today, I would just love to remind you guys, please follow us on Instagram and at Twitter, like @Copa_SA. And also, please check out our Facebook page, Copa SA. And guys, if you're going to be posting photos, please use the hashtags, #CopaArtist, #CopaRadio, and #CopaLife. You can also check out our website at www.copasa.co.za. But today we have Dean in studio with us for the first time. So, tell us a bit more about you, Dean.
Well, my name's Dean Clark. I'm 20 years old. I'm a guitar major at Campus of Performing Arts, Cape Town. And I'm a working artist and musician.
Well, that's the important part. Like, what do you aspire to do? What do you want to do? You want to play big bands? Do you want to play small gigs? Do you want to do functions? Like, what's your style?
Well, that's a good question, Nikita. Basically, I would like to be a performing artist, touring, hopefully various countries, looking at doing that next year, and just basically getting our music out there and doing what we love.
So, if I have a right show, apparently, and there's like very, very good band that I've heard a lot of things about, but what can you say, what would you say your target market is? Which people would you say would enjoy your music? Is it your rock fans? Is it a bit more of your punk fans? Is it like a mix? Is it like what's the vibe like? What people should come watch your shows, and where can we get to see watch your shows?
Yeah, man. Look, our vibe's pretty indie rock. We're very versatile. We try to make good music for ourselves, but also connect with a whole bunch of different people. So I'd like to think we, probably attract some of the younger people and a younger group of people. We try get as many people as possible to understand our vibe, and we're really digging for that, and that's basically our target market and what we're aspiring to go for. Just grow that constantly.
Well, good luck with that. Like, I'm sure sometime in the near future we'll be playing some of your music on this station, because from what I've heard, guys, it's dope. Like, just from one of the few things that people have told me and a few rumors, the little birdies, I've been told that it's really good. So I'm excited to hear what that has to offer. But today we're going to be talking a bit more about student budget life. Now, guys, college is expensive, and we all know no one has money to go and party in a 5-star club or restaurant. So no one has that. And as musicians, come on, guys, come on, So I don't know. I've always personally been a fan of Longstreet. I used to live in Kloof, which is basically an extension of Longstreet, in my opinion. You see Longstreet go into Kloof, and you can literally kind of see how it goes from all the bars and the restaurants on top of each other to a more, it's just a more spread out version of it, or a more upper class version of it. But it's kind of the same thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So today I want to talk actually a bit about Dublin, and that is one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you checked it out recently or lately?
Yeah, the Dub's good. I'm a good fan of old-fashioned Irish beer. So
that is the thing. I went there the other day for a meal with my mom and dad, and that's when I guess my mom is actually Irish, right? So I was sitting at this table. I was like, she's probably gonna be judging the Irish food. She's probably gonna be like, this is not Irish, and so I was expecting that, but then I kind of, I was surprised, because even she, enjoyed it. She full on enjoyed it. And I must say, coming from a bit of an Irish culture, it is important. We may be a small culture or a small part of the population, but we are Irish, okay? And we do have a culture, and it is also, you won't go and mock an African culture, So it is the same thing. All cultures really do matter. But what I love about Dublin is the live music that they have basically every night. It is every night, if I'm correct. Which is amazing. And the beer is cheap. I mean, I've had a lot of nights there when you go in and, I mean, come on. I don't think I've ever left with a lot of money or in the best state of mind.
Sure. I think the important thing to remember about the Dub is that it's the place that's open the latest. So.
And also, it's in a good place. Like, it's a good place.
Yeah.
I feel like the music that they make there's also, it's good music. I mean, I've been there some nights where they've had Bon Jovi tributes or U2 tributes. And I mean, those are big rock bands. Those are bands that really kind of, you know, they're one of the legends. I don't think that Bon Jovi or Led Zeppelin or U2 or Smash, like, those aren't the kind of bands that will ever be forgotten, in my opinion. You know, people will always be listening to their music. People will always be looking at them as, this is rock music. This is the core of rock. So, I mean, everyone wants to be a rock star.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always, I admire the music. I really admire the people that make music there. But if it comes to prices, I actually don't know if Dublin is the cheapest on Long Street, to be honest.
Definitely not, though. But as far as Long Street goes, like, I don't think there's a better place for a working artist, just speaking from experience, to be than Long Street. You know, that's the place you want to operate.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because I'm actually, Mercury and Shack is one of the big, especially Mercury, it's one of the big band attraction sites, okay? It's always a live band going there. They have emo nights there, they have rock nights, they always have live shows there. And basically, it's where all the rock stars go and party, basically. Exactly. You know, it's just kind of like the joint, they all get around it and they all do their thing. But I'm not actually, I'm surprised that it's not in Long Street, to be honest. Like, I'm surprised that they haven't relocated to Long Street or whatever, because I think if you were to move Mercury and Jack, if it was part of Long Street, for example, like, I'm not bashing on the location or anything, I'm just saying it would have been a lot more convenient. But if you compare the drink prices, it's something like Mercury to Long Street, it is cheaper, but it's silly things, because you have to, I don't know, I haven't really found a rock bar yet that I fully enjoy. I mean, like, I enjoy the Dub, I enjoy Mercury, I enjoy Shack, but there hasn't been a place that I love. Like, I haven't found a rock bar or place with, like, some real old school rock music, and, you know, there's posters on the walls and ripped stickers, and every band comes and, like, puts their promo sticker somewhere. I haven't found a place like that has authentic, I don't know, like, I feel like Cape Town's music bars are slowly losing a lot of their authenticity. But
yeah, I mean, I think that, like, what's nice about being in another city, there's a lot of places you can go for different things. There's a lot of places that are aimed at having a specific product play in their restaurant, if you understand what I mean. So there are those bars that, like, there's a nice jazz atmosphere, and lots of jazz musicians will go there who I know who gig at a certain venue on, like, a weekly basis. And I think as far as, like, different genres and different cultures go, Cape Town's pretty diverse. But I agree, I've yet to find, like, a proper, you know, good old-fashioned rock bar that you can just go and jam out and chill out, and there's no, you know what I mean.
And my thing is, like, okay, so I think that, you know, especially in Cape Town, because I think everything's overpriced in Cape Town, okay? I think that it is just ridiculously expensive to live in Cape Town itself. It's probably because, you know, the tourists.
Yeah.
And all of those things. But whether Mercury and Shack and Dublin, or whether they're the cheapest or not, I still find them expensive, okay? I mean, to me, and what I find is a cheap beer is $10. That is cheap beer to me. That is, you know, like, that doesn't even have a brand or something. That is literally usually the beer that the place itself makes, and it's like back garden or something like that. That's the cheap beer. But I don't know. I feel like no one's really that cheap. If you look at your rock bars, like, they're less expensive than the rest of Cape Town, less expensive than your clubs, but are they still actually cheap?
I don't think, like, there's many places that you'll find for, like, dead cheap, because people obviously need to make a profit on the drinks. Don't you agree? You know.
No, I do agree. I do agree with that. I think it's also more like you know, this is the whole thing's about, we're trying to kind of have a cheaper experience, right?
Sure.
And at the moment, I still find it cheaper to buy a 6-pack of beer, get my little speaker, and have a party at my house than go out to a place where I have to pay for parking and for petrol and entrance and overpriced beer. You know, so I don't know. To me personally, it's like I don't know if it's always worth it. If it's a friend playing or a big gig going on, there's always like.
Yeah.
But if it comes to actually budget wise, I don't know if there's any place in Cape Town that I have found that I can classify as cheap, good beer, little bit of, everyone's chilling, everyone's having a great time, people are talking smack. It's a difficult thing to find, and I also think that if a person just and no one probably will, because
there's many, like, you can't really look for a bar and hope that it's gonna be this price and have this expectation. Like, I think you can do little things as yourself to make it better.
Is this coming from experience out of your party?
Well, yeah. Like, I mean, you don't need to get to this bar and then have 4 shots of tequila and then have a beer and then this. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of, I don't know. I tend to, well, like you say, based on experience, you tend to calm it down and pace yourself a little bit better. And I think especially students getting out there for the first time out of the house tend to overcompensate.
I did that. I completely did that.
Entire budget.
When I moved to Cape Town, I think my parents probably wanted to kill me because I moved from this small little farm town, which was 10 rand double brandy and coke, which is that's what I mean. That is cheap. That is cheap. But I won't be talking about that right now. But when I moved here, I completely I was going out every night and I was wasting money and money and money, and you don't pace yourself. So I think it's a very valid point that you have there. Is I think the more you also get used to Cape Town and the city life and the big, this is a mother city, but you kind of get used to it. I mean, I don't look at Table Mountain every day anymore. I don't notice it every day. I would notice it every second day when it's looking pretty or whatever, but when tourists come here, basically they take 1,200 photos in front of Table Mountain alone. Yeah. So I feel like you kind of get used to it. But I don't know. I'm still looking for a bit of a cheaper bar. So I don't know personally.
Well, I think there's a lot of little things as well. If you're a student who's into wine tasting, Great Constantia Winery is extremely cheap. I actually went wine tasting there the other day. You guys might want to check it out, all you listeners.
I think next time we'll meet up with you guys. We'll go a bit more into the wine tasting because that could be fun. Maybe you and I should go try that sometime.
Definitely.
I think you and I should go have a wine tasting day. See which place has the best wine.
Yeah.
For educational purposes.
Sauvignon Blanc.
But that was Dean with me today in the studio. Thank you guys so much for listening, and please, the exams are coming. Start studying. Don't be stupid, okay? Please just start studying. Remember to please tag us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter using #CopaArtist, Copa Radio, and #CopaLive. Please also look at our website www.copasa.co.za, and we will see you next week for some more student vibrations.